Say, Nance.
We did it!
Hello! And yes, we are finished with the van conversion. All the way? Probably not. As a matter of fact, there are certain things that we're going to do, add to it as we go on. There's going to be things we're not going to like. There's going to be things that we need to change. But for right now, we got to use this thing. And we're planning on some trips, so this is what it was all about. Now, I didn't go over some of the final details of the van build when we got, it was just too many I don't know, bits and pieces here and there. I did a little of this, a little of that, a little of this, a little of that. Nothing major. But I am going to go over each and every individual little thing with you guys right now, and I will give you a total tour of this van. So let's get to it. Okay, for you guys that are new to this channel, what we got here is a 2020 Ram Promaster 136 wheelbase, 1500 high roof. Now, we bought this van used. It did have 30,000 miles on it, which is pretty much broken in for these type of vans. So everything's new tires. I do have 200-watt solar panels up there, and which is pretty much most of my electrical for charging batteries. We're down here today in Jensen Beach. We're under the bridge on the causeway on the Indian River Lagoon. So let me start in the van here. So, coming into the van, you can see I have my van mask. That's where I keep my phone to do recordings. I'm going to do a little separate gear review on that one. And that way you guys can check that out because I really like it a lot. So let's move around to the side. Gonna have a nice sunset tonight. There's Dexter and Nancy walking down there along the water. So here we go. I have this foldable steps going up into it. This is our flooring. On the outside we have our outside table that we use. Let me back it up here a little bit so you can see that. That way we can use that when we're cooking outside or just using it as a table. Inside, I'll show you from the inside, but we have a little trash can in there. This line here, and let me unwrap it. This is going to come down, and that goes under my van, in which my gray water can go directly from my faucet outside. And we don't use any chemicals or anything, or soaps that are detergent or anything that is harmful to the environment. Barely we use any of that stuff at all. So let's move in here. And Nancy made these custom made little curtains. She's got one down here for what we call Penelope. That's her little potty. We have a separate cabinet here for our Dometic refrigerator freezer. Right now you can see that it's at 36 degrees. It does have, there's a bottle of vodka in there with some orange juice and some cheese, but it has an LED light in there, closes up real nice, and we've been using it and we like it a lot. And we also have a drawer here. We keep some toilet paper, some body wipes, anything like that. And let me show you real quickly here. This is my swivel seat. And I'll get a different view from that. But you can see also, this is the curtains that Nancy made to hide everything under the garage. She also made some custom pillowcases. We have also Nancy made, and we keep them up here. We have plenty of storage up here where we keep all our blackouts for the windows. We actually got a table back in here also that's made by Trickology. We keep shoes up here. I keep my camp shoes in our shoes that if we go to a public campsite, we can use the bathrooms. Now, on this wall over here, we were up and down, back and forth. Should we put a window there? Well, we decided that if we put a window there and we hate it, we can't replace it. We'll always have that window. So what we did is we put some cedar paneling along it, and if for some reason we feel like we need a window there, at least then we can do it. So for now, I like that wood. We got windows in the back, we got windows in the front, we got our slider. I just feel like there's enough in here. So moving on, we got 2 cabinets up here. Separate, we keep some dishes, some items in there. We got some snacks and stuff here, coffee, tea, oatmeal, anything we want to keep up there. We built this cabinet here. I have a drawer we put in here. We keep some utensils in there and stuff like that. I also have a USB fast charge for there and another 12-volt hookup. Little paper towel rack. This is one of those clicking kind so it won't unfold on you. Down here we took, if you remember, we had old cabinet doors from our home that we never used. So I went ahead and we put some shelves down there. We have some pots and pans. We got another shelf here. We got plenty of storage, and they all have the soft close on them. Coming over here, this is my solar charge controller. Right now it's on the off position, but if I turn it on, it'll just light up here, and sun's going down right now, so I really don't need it. I'm at 100% on the battery. I'm just running the refrigerator right now. As you can see here, I put this tape over here because this lights up at night, and you can see I have 99.7% battery. And so we're looking good on that. So anyway, and I have a dimmer switch here for the back, these lights. That's a separate dimmer, and when I get around the other side, I'll show you the other one. And that's an on and off. We've got a memory foam 8-inch full-size mattress. We put some cubbies up here where I have in here, I've got a tripod, I've got a carbon monoxide detector. I keep my fishing pole up there, a set of headphones. We have our max air fan. It has 10 speeds, both directions. We've got 2 separate cabinets up here. These are where we're going to pretty much keep our clothing. I can see back there, I moved my little, where I burnt that into that wood. I had that wood cut out and I figured, well, I might as well put it there. Put some stickers up there. Send me some stickers, guys. So that is the 2 pillows. Oh yeah, and down here, it's a small seat. I can fit in it pretty good, but it works as a seat. Nancy made these cushions. We've got a cabinet down in there with a false bottom that actually goes down into my second battery. Coming over here to our sink, we have, and I'll go back to the garage, but we got a 15-gallon water tank. I have a 3.5, or is it 3? I forget now, 3.5, I'll put it up here, but gallons per minute pump, runs off a 12-volt, a 15 by 15 stainless steel sink. This is where I turn the pump on. You can hear it click on and off. And again, I said this is the line that goes out to my gray water. Underneath here, we have our gray water tank. And I have a valve on that, which I think I explained in a video, that when I open it, it can go directly out. If not, it would just fill up with 5 gallons. I have soft close on these. Bam. And underneath here, I have my stove, can of butane, trash can, and still plenty of more room down there to store stuff. We figured out here, instead of making use of this, instead of just having a faceplate here, we went ahead and I put a little pull down drawer there where we keep our toothbrushes and stuff like that. So, what am I missing? You saw the ceiling, the wood. We've got the laminate floors in that we found this laminate in the neighborhood. And so, looks good. What we're gonna do is, on this opening right here, I'm going to get screens that roll down, that are pretty heavy duty, that you can walk in and out of. It'll keep bugs out. And we're also going to put a set of screens on the front and on the windows on the side. Oh, this is my swivel seat. And that's real good because I can sit there and I can eat right off of this. Nancy can eat off of this counter. All right, coming back out, I have a separate dimmer for here. You can see those dimmer lights. And they work real well. Everything's off at 12 volt right now. That is the other thing that I'll probably be getting eventually, is my inverter. Coming back here to the garage now. The inverter's I already have everything set up for it. But as you can see, under here is all my electrical. My batteries are back there, my 12 volt system, fire extinguisher, water tank, toolbox, my fill for my water tank. So we're all set to go, guys, and that should do it. So this is what you get with this 7 months of hard work. Of course, we only did it on weekends, but they were on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and we pretty much made use of every one of those weekends. Like I said, it was 6 or 7 months, but it was during that period of time when COVID was happening, and also really kept us occupied during that period of time where we didn't have to get out, socialize, do all that stuff. We stayed here. We worked hard on the van. We did some trips with this van in the interim, in between when it wasn't finished. So there was some time there also that took that up. Basically, we didn't really go anywhere when we were here, other than our trips to Home Depot, Lowe's, Harbor Freight, and all those places. And that's another thing too. People have been asking me, of course, everybody wants to know how much things cost and all that. I will be doing I'll try to round it down or round it up or whatever to what this actually cost us, and I'll try to figure that all out. I'm not going to get into, the actual, because I probably don't know, but I have saved every receipt. I know there's a lot of things I got to pull up that I bought on Amazon and all that good stuff. So I will do a video showing what this cost, and that'll be down the road. I'm happy with what we have here. I'm sure as we use it, we're going to find out things that we need to add or things that we don't need. Like I said in the video, we're going to add screens on the back and on the side door panels, and probably on the windows, just for summertime use and anytime there are bugs or no-see-um, mosquitoes, that type of thing. I'm going to put an inverter. It's already set up for an inverter. I just have to purchase it and hook it up. But for right now, really the whole 12 volt system is working for everything for us. So I don't see that I need it at this point, but I'm sure there's going to be down the road where I'm going to want to use a laptop for 120 AC, maybe a blender, who knows. There's going to be things that I'm going to be needing that inverter for. So, but that's down the road. So anyway, that's it, guys. I appreciate you watching. This is the end of February. I will be leaving actually tomorrow morning. Nancy's not going to be going with me, but I'm going to be doing a solo 2-night trip up in Ocala. I'm going to take the van, park it behind the gate up at Alexander Springs, and start from that trailhead and do anywhere from 10 to 15 miles and do a couple overnighters. The temperature right now, the weather this weekend, a front came through, so the temperatures are down in the 40s at night and in the 60s, maybe low 70s during the day. So I'm going to take advantage of this late winter backpacking up in Ocala, and hopefully have have a couple good nights up there, and I will post that trip. So then 2 weeks from now, Nancy and I are going to be taking this van on another trip heading in North Florida also. Then in March, April, well, I'm going to have to sit down and figure out some of my spring backpacking trips, and hopefully have some things set up for that. I know we have a big trip. We're going to be out for a whole month at the end of the summer, and I'll explain more about that later when time comes. So anyway, guys, thank you for following Walker's World. I appreciate it. If you would subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. I'll be up in the woods, so we'll see you. Bye-bye.